Hello, welcome to Science for Today. Okay, so one thing, I have a really cool surprise planned for you guys on Wednesday. I think we're gonna do it at 1 o'clock for our Zoom. So I was gonna say 2 o'clock, but 1 o'clock for a Zoom on Wednesday, kind of as like a little like pre-grad surprise, and also still related to science. So you can look forward to that. I'm not gonna say anything more for now. Okay, first of all, thank you to everybody who did the labeling of the parts of the plane related to our task from yesterday. If you have not done that, you can still do that. It's only meant to be helpful to your grade, okay, for flight. It's 100% optional, but as you guys would have seen from the review, oh, I didn't actually post the video for the review. Okay. I'm gonna have to still do that. Okay, you guys can stay tuned for the Show What You Know review. Okay. Anyway, so if you wanted to improve your grade for flight, one way to do that is the task from yesterday, and then another way to do that is the task from today, which I'm going to be kind of assigning as next. Okay, so yesterday you did this, and you labeled the parts of the plane. Okay. Yeah, we should know, I guess. I'm not going to go through them in case you haven't done this yet, but yeah. The trickiest part, I guess, was like this. The 7 is pointing to this whole thing. Then the 6 is pointing to like just this little like movable part. The 4 is pointing to the whole thing, and then the 5 is pointing to just the little movable part, okay? Kind of that might be the trickiest part. Okay, so today we are going on to movement of a plane. And what we're going to be talking about is you can recognize that the importance of stability and control to aircraft flight, and design, construct, and test control surfaces. That's what we're going to be doing over the next little bit, which is going to be super fun. All right. So first of all, this is the kind of like basic understanding that we need to have. There are 3 basic movements of an airplane. Okay. So the pilot uses control surfaces to work either individually, so they could either move like just one of the control surfaces, like the ailerons or the elevator, or move them in combination in 3 different ways. Okay, so the 3 different movements are pitch, okay, pitch, which is like up and down. I'm going to explain this much more in a second. Roll, which basically is like side to side. Okay, like you're rolling. And then yaw, which is like swinging left or right. Okay, so pitch, up and down, ailerons, like basically like just the plane is like rolling kind of deal, like dropping this side, lifting this side, or the reverse. And then yaw is like a swinging of the nose from side to side. Okay. So basically this is what pitch is, okay? So pitch is the up and down movement of the nose of the plane, okay? So right level, pitch up, pitch down. So it's the nose of the plane, whatever direction the nose of the plane is going. Now the key thing is the elevators are used to control the pitch. So the elevators are on the end of the horizontal stabilizer, okay? We did a little bit of this yesterday. The elevators are hinged flaps on the horizontal stabilizer of the plane. When both elevators are up, okay, so that means they're going up like this, bing, it increases the lift on the tail decreases, okay? So that means that you basically are like getting rid of some of, so when the elevators are up, the lift on the tail is decreased. This is because the air moving over the top surface of the horizontal stabilizer is slowed down by the elevators and deflected upwards, right? So like the little the little elevator would flip up here on the bottom, as you can kind of see it's flipping up, right? So it's blocking the wind. It's creating more surface area, more drag on the bottom of the tail. So that means the tail's going to plummet down, resulting in the nose going up. So it says, okay, so pressure increases when airflow slows down. Right, okay, so the airflow has slowed down over the top. The higher pressure on the top of the horizontal stabilizer makes the tail dip. That's right, because there is lower airspeed now. The air deflected upwards pushes the tail down, right? So it's basically put on the brakes on the back. When the tail goes down, the nose of the plane rises. When both elevators are down, so that's the reverse, right? So here both elevators are down, it increases lift on the tail, right? So it's like a bigger, it's like a more of a steep angle for the air to fly down faster. So that means you're creating more lift on the back of the plane, which means that the back is going to go up, resulting in the nose going down. Okay, so the elevators work together. They're both either up or down to change the pitch. Okay, so the pilot would control them by either moving them both up or both down. Okay, that's the first one. Now, the next one is roll. So roll, basically, okay, so pitch, up and down, okay? Roll, so if you have like a toothpick like this, it's just like this, okay? Going from side to side, okay? Yaw, which is gonna be next, is like this, okay? So roll, all right. Okay, so roll is the rotation of the fuselage left or right, okay? So it's banking left, banking right, that's what they say. The pilot uses the ailerons to control the roll or the bank of the airplane. The ailerons, okay, so they're the hinged flaps, right? We learned this yesterday, on the trailing, so the far side of the wing. The flaps are in the middle, but the ailerons are on the outside. To achieve roll, the aileron on one wing is raised and the aileron on the other is lower, so they work in opposition to each other. Airflow slows over the wing as the aileron is raised, okay? So that means here it's like you're putting on the brakes, you're slowing down the airflow on the right side of the plane, okay? So, this is like the pilot, this is like we're in the pilot seat and we're moving like into the page, okay? You're not moving like towards us. So the right side comes up, airflow is stopped, resulting in that wing coming down. Okay, the airflow over the wing on the raised aileron, right, which causes a change in air pressure on the upper surface of the wing. The amount of lift on the wing decreases and the wing dips down, okay? So this causing the more surface area, right, more drag, decreased airflow. So that means that this wing is going to dip down. And then the airplane banks in the direction of the dipped wing, okay? So for example, if a pilot wants to bank to the left, the left aileron is raised and the right aileron is lowered, okay? So, yep, banking left, okay? Here you're raising this one and then you're lowering, you're raising the left one, then you're lowering the right one. Air is moving on the upper surface of the left wing slows. Okay, here we're banking left, upper, this is slowing down, and then the right aileron is lowered. Okay, so this one's lowered to create faster more lift, right? More airspeed. As a result, the wing dips to the left, this one, and the plane banks to the right, banks to the left. If the right aileron is raised, okay, so that was this one again, right aileron, right aileron is raised, this one. When the right aileron is raised and the left aileron is lowered, the airplane would bank to the right. The airplane cannot roll if both ailerons are raised or lowered at the same time, so they always have to work in opposition to each other. Okay, that might be the most confusing one. Now, the next one is yaw. So this is like straight and this is left yaw. So it's like, swiveling to the side, and then right yaw would be like swiveling this way. So basically the rudder, which is on the tail, right, the vertical stabilizer is moved. So this is the hinge flap on the vertical stabilizer of the plane, is turned to move the nose of the plane. If the rudder is turned to the left, more drag is created on the left side of the vertical stabilizer. Okay, so here we're yawing to the left. The rudder is moving to the left, right? So it's kind of like increasing the surface area. It's more drag is created on this side, which is going to cause the plane nose to go to the left. And then in the opposite direction, so if we were to move the rudder to the right, we're increasing the drag, right? So the air is going to be slowed down right here, causing the nose to come to the right because more drag is created. Okay, there you go. So there we go. Here again, okay, so this shows, okay, center of gravity, yaw is like the side to side motion. And then pitch would be up or down, controlled by the elevators. And then roll is left or right, kind of like banking left or banking right, depending upon the ailerons. Okay, that's it for today. There's going to be like a little quick thing on Edmodo as a means, hopefully, to increase your mark for flight related to this. So rewatch it. I'm just going to be asking, like, what part is responsible for pitch? How does that work? If the pilot wanted to move the nose of the plane up, then what would he do? Okay, so that type of thing. Okay, that's it for today, and see you soon for social studies. We're doing our presentations at 2 o'clock.